Howdy folks, TJ here. Thought it'd be a fun time. I've had this idea for a while of a video to make regarding the AmigaOne, which I have here. I don't have an AmigaOne case. I switched it to a nice Thermaltake. I think it's View 71. I've had it for, well, I bought the AmigaOne back in 2016. It's a long time from then. And I'm in a little bit of a mood today. I'm on satellite internet, and my speed is so bad. I clocked last week a 26K download speed on Hughes Satellite. I'm under what they call FAP if you use your 20 gigabytes a month, which most people burp in an hour. They cut your speed down, but you're supposed to at least get 1 megabit per second. I've been getting K. Last week, or a few days ago, I got 13K. So I'm on my way down to 300 baud like in the 1980s. So I'm in a little bit of a mood. If you watch my videos, you know I'm a pretty cheerful guy, but it's a little bit sad. I've got some things I wanted to talk about. And as you saw in the picture, and I'll maybe add a picture here and there on the screen, Fry's Electronics here in California have finally shuttered their doors. And it's kind of sad because if you follow Amiga or AmigaOne, you know the big Amiwest show that's in California every year. I've been attending it since 2010. When I first started exploring AmigaOne in 2009, I went to the first show in 2010, and I've pretty much hit all of them other than I think I missed one or two. And one of the fun things about folks coming to California from different countries, Trevor from New Zealand, and our friends from UK and wherever, and Stephen Soli from Canada. Fry's Electronics was kind of a little bit of a mecca for us nerds, right? You go in there if you need cables, you need a monitor, you need software, whatever, it was there. And it was a huge store, and pretty much every Amiwest. I don't like calling it Amiwest, but I think Amiwest is more appropriate. One of the things is somebody always runs out of something, or something was shipped and stolen. Every year it seems like somebody gets something stolen from their car and they need to get something. So whether it's cables, monitors, there's always a run to Fry's, right? So it's kind of a fun little getaway for folks. And Fry's has been around for, off the top of my head, about 36 years. So it's no spring chicken. And they've been having their complications. As we know, pretty much Amazon is, you can't just blame Amazon. You face it. You know, everybody has a choice to buy stuff, and I buy stuff from Amazon all the time. But stuff locally, I continue to buy bigger things. Example, Best Buy, they're a half an hour away from my house. I drive down and I bought this TV behind me, a 4K monitor TV for my AmigaOne. I purchased it from Best Buy. Fry's is another 20 minutes further down the hill. And I purchased, over the years, lots of stuff from Fry's. So I kind of try to mix it up. Some smaller things from Amazon, but anything, refrigerators, even computers in some cases if I needed something. It was always Fry's. So it's kind of sad. I took some pictures. I was down there today picking up a TV I purchased on Facebook. Somebody advertised one there. It's a neat little monitor I wanted for my retro room. And so I was down there and I thought, maybe go down there and take a snapshot of me kind of about to cry because Fry's is cold, or closing. Yeah, cold too. I guess they're dead. Woo! Yeah, it's kind of sad, a little bit. And in a way, my fascination and excitement for Amiga is kind of waning also. It's a little sad. So let me tell you what's on my mind. So that's Fry's. Fry's is closed. They're now officially gone. And so folks coming from to travel to Amiwest won't get to go anymore. So that's kind of sucky. So long live Fry's, right? So let's talk about AmigaOne. Some common word in the Amiga forums, and I no longer participate in most of them other than, I think, one, is because they're ruled by just, look, whoever owns it, the mods, if you're a mod for it, whoever owns it, you need to get your butt in gear, because you're letting slime balls run the show. Fine for freedom of speech and all that, but these people are just asses, plain and simple. And you're letting them ruin it for lots of people. So I don't attend. I'm just a little peon. Who gives a crap, right? The DJ's not going to attend. But there's a lot more people like me than you think. And if you don't start cleaning house and make it a enjoyable place to visit, you're going to lose out in the long run. Amiga, you know, even though they say it's the computer that never dies, I don't think the Amiga, the older platform, will. It shows its resiliency. But AmigaOne, it could be going out because we're tired of all the crap. I'm not going to get into the jargon of it, but we know there's continued legal stuff that's going on. And after, you know, I'm coming into it relatively new, 2010, so I've been dealing with it for, the last 11 years. People that been on the Amiga bandwagon from day one, I'm amazed they're still around. I personally have only stayed for the people. I've made a lot of new friends. I love Amiwest. And I've met a lot of folks. So that's why I continue to somewhat enjoy mine. But that enjoyment is waning because I'm tired of the legal stuff. People are wasting their monies on a platform that is just, let's face it, in my opinion, is never going to be big again. I don't think you're going to ever make big money in it again. I think some of the older Amiga stuff or older 8-bit, you can see I've got a lot of 8-bit computer stuff around here. You can, you know, carve out a neat little, a little niche and enjoy some, you know, maybe a few pennies here and there. But I don't think you're going to ever, and this is just my opinion, you're going to never make big money. So anybody holding on to the hopes and letting the platform die because of your, I don't know what word to use for it, but we're tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm to a point to where if somebody has an Atari Falcon, let's make a trade. This thing is worth $2,000 some odd dollars. You go to Amiga Kit, it's not cheap. And with the stuff that I've added to it, it's still worth over $2,000, about the price of an Atari Falcon. If anybody wants to trade for one, I'm at a point where maybe they've got 2 or 3 Falcons, they don't mind trading one. I'll trade because I'm tired of the platform not advancing. We call this a hobby computer, right? That's kind of one of the words, and I've even used that before. A hobby computer. It's a hobby computer. I agree with older 1632-bit, the original Amigas, the original Ataris, and so on. Yeah, they're mostly hobby boxes. You're not going to use one to do banking on. But I purchased the AmigaOne because I saw a possible growth for the Amiga OS is wonderful. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a really cool operating system. That's why I spent a lot of money with you, Amiga Kit, over the years. I'd have to probably calculate up, but probably $8,000 off the top of my head. I spent a lot of money. And I knew I was going into it as a hobby per se, but I had a dream that we would, at this point in time, have it a bit more modernized to where I could say, this computer behind me, it's a main gear from 2014. I run Linux on it for home and business type of stuff. I was hoping to phase that out. If as long as I could do most of my business on here, and business, I'm not talking big CAD applications or anything like that. I'm talking about simple internet connectivity that my phone can do. And it still can't do it. And it's my belief that if all these parties that own certain parts of the Amiga got together and said, you know what, yeah, we're not going to make big money out of this, folks. Let's get together and go out with a big bang where people finally say, you know what, they had their quarrels, but at this time, they're going to come together and give it one good last shot. And we realize we're not going to make big money on this, but we're going to make the people that run this happy. We're going to use that money that's being wasted on other stuff to maybe update our web browser to just enough to where we can do banking, do video viewing. Everybody in the world goes to YouTube. My mom, 80 some odd years old, goes to YouTube. You can't play this on this easily. You got to use these YT Rexes and all this other stuff. Come on. This is somewhat of a modern computer, right? Kind of sound like that Andy guy on 60 Minutes from years ago. I'm bitching and moaning. But it's just because I'm tired of it. I am to a point where I will probably sell this and move on from it. I don't want to lose my friends that I've met over the years. I'm on IRC every day and I chat with wonderful folks. I almost consider them family in a way. Distant family. And we chat daily and I love to see them Amiwest, whatever you want to call it. I've roomed with Paul and Trevor. That's a treat, going to Amiwest and rooming in the same 2 rooms with them dragging themselves in at 4 or something in the morning, and I'm trying to sleep, and they use me as a beat-up box. I've had a great time, but I'm also looking at this. I want to enjoy computers, so in the last 2 years, I would say, I've jumped ship kind of, and I've found a fascination with my old 8-bit lines again. I'm loving Sinclair computers. I'm loving all these European 8-bit computers. And I'm spending a lot of money and time investing in learning how to program in that because I'm so tired of a platform that I really had big dreams about. And they're not that big of dreams. I know internet is one of those moving targets, but we're not moving. We're going backwards. There's other things that have to happen for this to happen and that person to make it happen. We can't even realistically get on the internet, with this box and do banking and do downloads. I just want to get on the Google Drive for work and be able to share documents and things. And it's a hassle with this. I'm making a game on my 8-bit Sinclair computers right now, and I wanted to quickly use a program to make a nice graphic. And I was spinning my wheels. I could have probably forced it to make it happen, but you shouldn't have to force it to make it happen. This is the next generation. NG, AmigaOne, NG, or Amiga-NG, next generation. That means we were shooting for, hey, yeah, this is a great operating system. The platform itself is not dead. It's still lively in the old stuff, but let's boost it up a notch, and let's see if we can make it available to folks like TJ and all these other folks that can enjoy maybe getting away from Windows and even OS 10 from Mac, which is what I use most of the time. I found I can't do it, and it's 2010 since I started this, and it's now moving on to 2022. We're in 2021 now. And I'm to a point where I'm pretty much, willing to take somewhat of a loss on this and either trade it to somebody or whatever. And there's a lot of hard-working people in the platform. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for everything they do. But there's also a point you need to pull the plug. And that plug may be time for me. I found a little bit of a resurgence. Hyperion, great job on working with folks that are giving their time. I don't know if you're paying them or whatever's happening, but you knocked out an update finally to the operating system. So thank you. That was great. That's one step forward. But can we make more steps forward? I don't have the faith in it anymore, to tell you the truth. I've heard the crying wolves too often, or whatever they call it. So I'm at just the end of my ropes, and I don't want to make this, I guess it's a negative video. Fries is dying. I still want to enjoy Amiwest, so even if I get rid of this, I'll still attend probably. But I prefer owning an Amiga. And I prefer to be able to say, next year I can go out and buy a Tabor or an A1222 because things are progressing and I'm getting excited about it again. And you're getting money from me, consumer, paying you to get this. What good is it doing any of the people that own any of this by not working together and getting folks like me, folks like George or Frank or whatever, having a platform they can enjoy? I know it sucks when you spend money and you end up things kind of go downhill and you lose money. No one wants to lose money. But you also have to know a certain point where, is this really realistically going to, if I hold on to it or whatever, is it going to give me anything further out of it? Or can I go out looking like a champion and people go, you know what? Yeah, they had their quarrels and issues, but he stepped up to the bat and he offered his side of it to say, guess what? He made Amiga great in the end, and Amiga Next Generation is thriving, growing, and we may get the first finally, Odyssey, web browser. Maybe we'll have one that can do Google fine and do web browsing fine. And even if the video's only a realistic 720p, that's fine, because my internet sucks. I can't watch much beyond 360 or 144p on some days. But I can't even easily do that. And I shouldn't have to jump through hoops to do it. There are people that just want to get in and use the computer and enjoy it. And there's others want to get into the nitty-gritty programming side. All of it great, but what's this video serve purpose? I don't know. I just needed to vent a little bit. My internet's sucking and Fries is dead. And to me, the Amiga One, in my opinion, is not a hobby computer anymore. It's a next generation. And folks that own it need to figure out a way to work together to make it that next generation where we can actually start doing stuff with it beyond IRC. I IRC on this, but it cost me $2,500 to do it. IRC! Come on, bulletin board, BBS. We should be able to step up and do more than that. And a lot of people seem to, programmers given their free time and they're working their asses off. And I don't know what the roadblock is. I mean, everybody can do their own calculations, but I don't know. I'm not going to blame anyone particular. I guess ultimately everybody's to blame, right? Me too. I guess I get blamed for buying into the platform. I don't know, and being negative at this late stage. Even though my negativity is a positive thing, because I still love the heck out of my AmigaOne X5000, and I want to use it more. And I want to actually retire this Linux box behind me, because it's a big mammoth. As this is a big mammoth. It's a big box. And I could use this desktop real estate for other things that are giving me more pleasure. I don't want to have to do that yet. So anyway, this is my video. AmigaOne in 2021 for me is just another hobby, but I don't want it to be. It should be the next generation that's allowing people like me to actually do everyday stuff and not have to jump through hoops just to do it. So anyway, that's my video. I don't know if this is, even if I hit record right now. I could have just yapped for 20 minutes and didn't record. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully the next video I do is a little bit more chipper. Maybe Fries comes back, or somebody actually gets something done on this to where the browser is updated and I can go do my Google documents. Maybe 2020, end of 2021 will bring that. Don't hold your breath. But anyway, try to be positive about it. Peace out. See ya. Bye.